All right, 38 Special versus 9mm in our Federal Punch in our compact gun test. Our 38 Special, I'm going to run it in a 3-inch barrel, our Taurus 856, and our 9mm, I'm going to run in a 4-inch barrel, our Ruger Security 9. I've ran this in a 4-inch and a 2-inch barrel in the past, and I've ran this in a 3-inch and a 5-inch barrel in the past. So I'm curious what we're going to get kind of in the middle here with our compact guns. Our 38 Special +P, it is a +P, our 9mm is not. Our 38 is rated at 1,000 feet per second, our 9mm at 1150 feet per second. So we're going to go through the chronograph, see what kind of velocity and accuracy we get at the same time. Then I'm going to do my 10% clear ballistic test. Got 4 layers of denim followed by 3 inches of clear ballistics to represent hitting a pectoral muscle, 1/4 inch MDF into more clear ballistics. We'll do a shot with the MDF and we'll do a shot without the MDF to see how it compares. And I'm going to launch some off. I'm going to say 50 yards today just because those barrels are long enough to do it. And we'll see what kind of practical accuracy we can get. So let's get started with this test. All right, first up we have our 9mm. It's rated at 1150 feet per second. So let's see how close we get to 1150 out of my 4-inch barrel Ruger Security 9. 1111, 1099, 1110, 1101, 1102. So not too bad. 3-inch barrel, 38 Special +P. We're rated at 1,000 feet per second. Let's see how close we get in a 3-inch barrel. 1022, 1065, 1067, 1082. 143. So interesting, because normally typical ammunition you have a little bit lower than rated velocity than 9mm, or I mean a little bit higher, and 38 a little bit lower, and that was kind of flipped upside down. That did really well, and pretty good point of aim and impact, which is normally not very good with this gun. So it seems to like that ammo. Let's hit our ballistics gel block, see what we can get with these rounds. All right, with our gel test, I'm going to go back to back with the rounds. I'm going to do 9mm MDF, 9mm no MDF, and then move on to the 38 Special. So 9mm, throw MDF, let's see how it does. All right, no MDF. All right. All right, so taking a look at this, first we're going to look at the MDF. That does indicate we're getting expansion in the first 3 inches, which I do like to see. And down here in the bottom here, we're seeing really good damage. And we went with our MDF, which represents our chest shot, because it's like ribs and sternum. We're at about 15¼ inches. With no MDF, we're at right exactly 18 inches. So it did really well. Let's try our 38 Special and see how that does. All right, same thing, 38 Special, MDF, then no MDF. Here's our MDF. Here's our no MDF. So that's rather interesting. Both of these had significant curving. You can't see it from this angle, but the one through the MDF actually curved significantly to the left. And the one without the MDF curved to the right. And, you know, we didn't get expansion. We did not touch any other bullet tracks or anything like that. But with our MDF shot, we're at 16¾ we're at right at 19 with our plain gel shot. So I'm going to take this and try to show what I mean here. See, our 38 started here and it curved all the way over to the left. This one curved over to the right. That is really interesting because I normally don't see stuff like that. Here's our bullet here with no MDF. And we just got just barely a little bit of expansion. So considering the velocity we got, and it's only a 120 grain bullet, that should have expanded beautifully. So not necessarily the best bullet design for that velocity. So let's shoot from that 50 yards, see what we can get for practical accuracy. All right, 50 yards from the target, 9mm. We'll see how this will do for me. I'm kind of pulling those. All right. I'm going to say that was on me. I was kind of popping them off a little bit faster than my skill level. 38 special. See how I can get with these. All right, not that great, to be honest. So let me shoot the rest of these. I think I could do a lot better than that. I was just kind of doing a pop them off thing. Let me slow it down just a little bit. Go back to the 9mm. I think they were hitting a little bit to the low area, so let me aim at about the shoulders with this, see what I can get. Slow it down. Alright, so I guess I just can't shoot that ammo very good. Now with this, I was aiming, when I started hitting, I was aiming about, I don't know, 2 feet to the right. Just typical with this revolver. Try some more. Oh, got some Taurus trigger there. Skin went under the trigger and jerked that shot up. Alright, let me go single action then so I can use my fingertip, which doesn't really accommodate my hand size right when my middle of my palm's way back here. But I'll try. It's just not working for me. I'll do one hand. That's one thing that's not talked about a lot. If you don't fit your hand right, those are the issues that happen, you know. If you need to fit it here and the bend in your finger is in front of the grip, you got some problems. One more. There you go. So I'm going to say overall that 9mm did excellent. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Now with my accuracy with the 38, that's on me, on my gun, because it ain't right. I got a hold of Taurus finally, and they're sending a box. So after this video, I'm going to clean this gun up, send it right off to them. They're probably going to replace it because this thing's basically got a bent barrel, along with, you know, my other videos, it wasn't rotating. Now with the 9mm, that did excellent in our ballistic test. Even though it was below rated velocity, we're still hitting about, you know, 1,100 feet per second instead of 1,150, which, you know, for a 124 grain, that is high standard pressure, but it was enough for that bullet to do well. With our 38, 120 grains, you're already starting a little bit lighter, so you're moving that thing up to about 1050 feet per second. There's actually more, it's hard to explain. It has to do with sectional density. There is more energy on a smaller mass. It should have peeled open really easily. So I think that jacket is a little bit too hard, which is not necessarily a bad thing, because you want a hard jacket if you want to punch through like a car door or something, but it just seems like with 38 Special, no, it's not quite enough there to get that jacket to open up. So that's what you get today, Federal Punch in our compact guns. So as always, comment, share, and like, and thanks for watching.